Morning everyone, how's it going with you all today? Yesterday I had a little trip out to Bridgnorth in line with the guidelines to a shop I needed to get some things from, and it felt like I'd been on holiday, and I was only there for half an hour, although I was walking around in my swimming trunks and snorkel mask, which added to the feeling. You know that's not true. But the other feeling I had was a lack of confidence about being out and about. Perhaps you can relate to that. And strange, isn't it, how isolation can erode confidence quite quickly. In the past few days I've been thinking about the children in this time and how difficult it must be for them. And it was prompted by something I saw on Facebook that I'll tell you about a bit later. But it got me thinking about some of the things my daughter did and said as a child, and some things also my grandson said about God. And every Friday when my daughter Sarah was young, about 4 years old I think, we're talking about, and we had a routine where we would go into Lichfield. We didn't live too far from there then, and we'd feed the ducks on the Minster Pool, and then we'd have an ice cream, and then often we'd go into the cathedral. And I remember one time when we did go in, and Sarah sighed as we got in and said, "Oh no, he's not here again, he's gone to work again." And when I asked who had gone to work, she said, "God, of course." How silly of me not to realise that. And that's an interesting thought, isn't it, in these times when we can't use church buildings to welcome, to worship. You know, God's busy at work. He's not in the church, he's busy at work. And then another time, my grandson Caleb, who was about 5, he's 9 now, nearly 10, and it was the end of a school holiday. I think it was the summer holiday, and the eve of returning to school. Now he's not too keen on going to school, just like his granddad wasn't. But I'll tell you about that another time. And we were sat outside, and his mum said, "We've got to get your school things ready for tomorrow, Caleb." And he said, "It's not school tomorrow." And when his mum told him it was, and it was Monday, and he would be going to school on Monday, which was tomorrow, Caleb became even more distressed at this thought and said, "Has God got a telephone? Have you got his number? Because I'm going to ring him and ask him to change Monday to Sunday, because he can do that. He can do anything." Out of the mouths of babes. If only we all had that faith that God can do anything. Well, he can, whether sometimes we believe it or whether we don't. He can, can't he? And the Facebook post that I mentioned was from a lovely friend about her twin children. And she posted a little video of them playing, complete with capes, running on the beach and being litter-picking superheroes. And she reflected on this, and she said this, and it really touched me. She said, "I cried a little bit today. I was trying to get the kids ready just to go for a lovely walk by the sea and blow away some cobwebs. It took ages and ages as various outfits and accessories were decided upon. And I got a bit fed up trying to leave the house. And then we got down to the beach, and my superhero beach litter pickers with lightsaber flew into action. And I had a pang. This won't last much longer. They won't want to dress up as heroes. They probably won't want to come with me at all. So I've decided to chill. Let them be whatever, whenever, during the rest of this time. They'll be 8 in October. I need to let them be little as long as I can. And any one of us who have had children, or who have grandchildren or great-grandchildren, will recognise and understand that feeling. And the love we have for our children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren can sometimes be so intense, it can feel like physical pain, can't it? And the letting go, as we must, as they find their places in the world, can be overwhelming. I wonder if God feels that way about us. He doesn't let us go in that same sense, but he gives us free will to choose which paths to take. And even when we travel far from him, as we often do, the road is always open to return to his loving arms. And just as we've been there for our children when they come running because they've fallen, however old they are, and whatever sort of fall they've experienced, our arms are outstretched to hold and comfort them before they go off exploring again. And we have to let go, don't we? We don't let go of love, but we have to let go of them, let them find their way in the world. And sometimes the ability to let go in all situations is a working out of the deepest love we can feel. And children are a gift from God, aren't they? Jesus says the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. He says whoever welcomes the little child welcomes him, and whoever welcomes him welcomes the one who sent him. And I just want to finish with a poem written by Daniel Day-Lewis that perfectly illustrates that love, that letting go, that experience that my friend experienced the other day on that beach with her superheroes. It is 18 years ago, almost to the day. A sunny day with leaves just turning. The touchline's new rule since I watched you play your first game of football. Then like a satellite, wrenched from its orbit, go drifting away. Behind a scatter of boys I can see walking away from me towards the school, with the pathos of a half-fledged thing set free into a wilderness, the gait of one who finds no path where the path should be. That hesitant figure eddying away like a winged seed loosened from its parent stem, has something I never quite grasped to convey about nature's give and take, the small and the scorching, ordeals which fire one's irresolute clay. I have had worse partings, but none that so gnaws at my mind still. Perhaps it is roughly saying what God alone could perfectly show, how selfhood begins with a walking away, and love is proved in the letting go. What a wonderful poem, and the things that it evokes, the depth of it. Well, I've been quite serious today, and but normal service will probably be resumed as soon as possible. It's just those things have touched my heart this week. And I suppose the lack of contact with my daughter and with my grandchildren, I'm feeling it. And I'm sure those of you who have children and grandchildren particularly, will be feeling that too. Anyway, we'll stick with it. We'll see them soon. Look after yourselves and take care, and God bless you. Bye-bye.